Listen, folks, as you know, the Super Bowl is just around the corner, and we thought here at the Fowler Show we would give you the best and worst of Super Bowl halftime shows. So this year, as you already know, Bruno Mars will be kicking off this year's Super Bowl, and we'll see if there'll be some high marks or low marks and see how he does. But let's talk about Super Bowls of the past. In 1993, one of the best Super Bowl halftime performances was done by the one and only Michael Jackson, who included him singing hits like It's Black or White, Billie Jean, and many of his other top hits. The second best Super Bowl show was in 1997 when Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and Jim Belushi performed the Blues Brothers for the halftime Super Bowl audience. We all remember the year that Britney Spears, Aerosmith, Nelly, Mary J. Blige, and NSYNC took to the halftime stage, which was a phenomenal performance. It was a collaborative performance, which you gotta love. Got to. They sing everything from Bye Bye Bye, I don't want to miss a thing, Walk This Way, and on and on and on. Another good Super Bowl show was the U2 show from 2011, right after the 9/11 tragedy. They performed a great performance in tribute to the memory of 9/11. After Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction in 2005, Paul McCartney performed a melody of his best hits at the Super Bowl, which was one of the top ones. And nobody can forget Prince in 1999 in the rain singing Purple Rain, which was one of a great Prince performance. And then we all remember 2009 when Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band took to the halftime stage. Let's talk about some of the worst. Oh, before that, last year, 2013, Beyonce Knowles, All Hail Queen Bee, and Destiny's Child, who took over the Super Bowl show with an epic performance. And then we have our not so good ones. Remember? Do you remember the year that Enrique Iglesias, Phil Collins, Toni Braxton, and Christina Aguilera in a Disney-themed stage? Didn't go over that well. It was a hot mess. And nobody can forget the year in 2011 when the Black Eyed Peas, even though they injured from the ceiling, fell flat, even though they had 100 dancers clad in glowing green outfits. Still didn't do them any good. And no one can forget one of the worst Super Bowl performances of all time, 2004, when Janet Jackson, Diddy, Nelly, Kid Rock, and Justin Timberlake made quite a performance, including the exposure of Janet Jackson's boob in a wardrobe malfunction. We'll have to see what happens this year's Super Bowl halftime show. What we do know is that you can only go up from here if you talk about the wardrobe malfunction, but you could also go down. If you can't beat Beyonce in last year's performance, good luck to you, Bruno Mars. We'll see what happens. Can you really beat the Queen? We'll have to see.